Hello viewers, me and team here, and welcome to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 5. We've gotten to do the first two campaigns, and now we have the Necromancer. And this is about where I stopped doing my test run and, well, decided it was finally time to start doing the Let's Play. So I've done the first mission in this campaign and then got stalled at the second one because I didn't build, well, you'll see. Anyway, I'm going to stick with Heroic as long as I can last at it, like I said earlier, so let's see if I can do that with this campaign, too. Necromancer Temptation. Like Temptation with Necromancers. It's always been an interesting faction to me as well. Ah, okay. So we get a choice of a couple different things. Let's see what they do. Suffering decreases target offense. Let's be honest here, although you normally want to pick a spell if you get the option because they carry over while your other benefits don't. Suffering is a low-level dark magic spell, so I'm not anticipating a lot of difficulty getting it eventually anyway. Breastplate of Eldritch Might, it's +2 spell power for this map, but the hero is not going to have magic that I care about a lot until later in the mission. And then, these are all pretty weak benefits, honestly. Am I recording this? Okay, good. Anyway, these are all pretty weak benefits. I'm really not sure which I prefer. See, the problem with spell power is that if you're running dark magic, it's not that useful. And I'm really not going to have the setup to use high-end summoning spells with the Necromancers in Mission 1 anyway, and then it won't carry over to Mission 2. So, I guess I'll take Skeleton Archers just because I'm going to get Suffering easily anyway, and it's not a critical spell regardless.
Have you heard the news, dear? It appears that your son Nikolai has just died. But you should be happy. Just think, he has this whole afterlife ahead of him, ripe with possibilities. No, I haven't forgotten the day that he and Godric had me banished, together with Cyrus and those craven mages. And his poor fiancée. She would do anything to see her love again, no, in any shape or form. After all, not even half of the peers and lords support her. The rest want Archbishop Randall and that boy Andrei, Nikolai's cousin on the throne. Turmoil, turbulence, treachery. The living are so hot-blooded. Pay her a visit. An excellent idea. Let's pack our bags then, shall we?
Ah, yes.
But you must come along. I'm sure you're just dying to see the towers of Talengard again, no?
So we get to control a raving lunatic necromancer with designs on the world. Haha, yes! Great. I love it. I love it. So we're continuing the theme of controlling evil factions here, although I get the impression that this guy is perhaps not as complicated as a character as, say, Agriel, just based on that opening stuff. I mean, I know the general story, but come on. Okay, so we have to reach Vigil, avoid enemy patrols. You lose instantly if they come up upon you, by the way. It's not like you can fight your way through it. And, of course, our primary hero must survive as normal. Speaking of which, let's have a look at him. We start with a token undead force here. Not horrible. I've seen worse starting forces for certain. Do I actually have any magic at all? Oh, he starts with Raise Dead. Interesting. And unfortunately, we're stuck with leadership. But on the other side of things, we do get an excellent ability that's unique to Markal here. Yeah, all neutral undead creatures will join the hero's army. Pretty wicked. The only thing about this is it actually lies. All Necropolis undead creatures will join. Death Knights will not, despite the fact that they are undead. They will fight you, just so you know. So the tooltip lies a little bit. And we start with Diplomacy, which could be useful. So the first thing is, well, how to avoid enemy patrols. We should probably have a look around. And yes, if they discover you, they will chase you, and if they do that, it's annoying, so bear that in mind. I've also read there's some bugs on this map, like it's possible for the patrol to just decide to not patrol and stand there after a while, and if that happens, you're kind of boned. Okay, war machines? Really? War machines is offered to me? Undead get that only very rarely, and so if I want it, I take it now. The question is whether war machines will truly help me in the long run. And my answer to that is probably not. I should say that the undead, despite the fact that they are based around numbers, they are not really a might factions per se. So I'm not going to get a lot of attack on Markall, for example. And there's some battles later on where war machines just aren't going to be the draw for me. Advanced leadership is not particularly appealing, obviously. I mean, undead don't have much with morale. However, there is something useful here, and that is Mark of the Necromancer. Basically, you get mana every time the linked creature takes damage. You can cast it on either your own creatures or the enemies, and it's really one of the most useful things you can have on a Necromancer, in my opinion, because you are going to be mana starved. Similar to Warlocks, the knowledge growth stat for Necros is just limited. Necros can actually be pretty powerful in the spell power category as well. Let me see if I can grab this without being spotted. And then I'm going to need to get out of here. I don't know if he can see me up a hill or not. Yeah, he saw me. Okay. So now it's a question of whether I can escape or not. Or if he's just going to chase me. Okay. So they let me get away with one there. A signpost, I don't really care. But I do have to be careful about getting too close to him. It's like I said, it's instant game over if they got to you. Aside from that, this is one of those maps where there's no real time limit. Okay, I'm just going to end turn here because I need him to not be there. Okay, good. Do not want to draw unnecessary attention to myself. Yeah, but like, they don't have that many forces. It's more than possible to put together the kind of stuff that would allow you to kill them. Only problem being that the game won't let you do it. Stables. I definitely want the sawmill. Horde of iron golems, and I can get skeletons. Ah, liches. I've got liches in mutant. That doesn't work. Liches in the britches. That's just not a good situation at all. Not that I would know anything about that, but I would assume that that's not a good situation. Alright, let's get rid of some gremlins here. Probably can't do significantly better. Okay, so this is something that wasn't in the game initially, and I still don't completely understand it, but I understand it reasonably well. You have a set amount of dark energy per week, and you can use it up to a certain point to resurrect various undead. You don't just raise skeletons like in the old days. Oh no, you get to pick. Well, no, you don't get to pick. What you raise is based on the level of troop type that you kill. And then when you run into the dark energy, you can't resurrect anything any longer. I'm not sure I like the change, but it is what it is, and so we're gonna go with it. I think I should head up to stables first. That'll let me have some flexibility as to where I'm going, and then I want to pick up the skeleton archers before going over to the gremlins. Undead is not my faction. It really never has been, although it's been changed quite a bit in function in this game. You still have these awkward immunities that all Undead have had in previous games. Like, a lot of the mind control type magic doesn't work because, well, the creatures are undead, for example. But there's more to it than that. They're really slow, and so they depend on their hero casting quite a bit. But their heroes are limited in knowledge, and therefore, I don't know. It's an odd faction. It used to be the strongest late game faction in the game, whereas now that's less so. Iron Golems are pretty slow. I might be able to do better than this. Maybe. Do I have anything that isn't, like, uber slow, though? Initiative 6, Initiative 10, 10... I don't know. I don't know. I might as well shoot. Huh. Well, let's give it a test. We'll throw Mark of the Necromancer on and then attack. Yeah. Not the most mana you can get right now. But in future, that'll change. And Mark of the Necromancer stays on, so... good stuff. There we go. Very useful ability to have early. Now I can raise dead already. Alright, I should be at full mana now. And they can't reach me as long as I don't completely wipe the stack. Now, do I want to attack and eat the retaliation? I think so. I can chew into these guys a bit. And zombies aren't my primary concern here. Although, I can raise dead and then slap Mark of the Necromancer on something else. You sit tight. Not sure I want to kill them off yet. Oh, they don't retaliate if I do this. Oh, but they can reach me. Alright. Okay, so... slap Mark of the Necromancer on them. Get rid of them. How am I in mana now? 6 of 10. Not enough. Not enough. Do I have enough now? Yes. And they can't reach me. So you just sit tight, and you raise dead. Out of shots, huh? Okay. That ability is so good. So good. Destructive magic. It's actually tempting. What are the, but it's not a magic school that you get through Necromancer. I will probably have access to some destructive spells, but not the high-end stuff, because you're going to see a lot of Necro and Haven stuff in this, as well as some wizard stuff, from my understanding. So it's not like I wouldn't have some access to some good destructive magic spells, but it really doesn't make a lot of sense to take that as my magic school. So I'll just take Advanced Necromancy for now. What I really want is Dark Magic, obviously. Not only is that the best magic school overall, but It's also a Necromancer Mage Guild focus, so you have both of those things going for it. Yeah, I don't think I can beat that, because they're just gonna shoot me before I can get there. And I don't think I can have too much fun with Mark of the Necromancer in that situation, so we'll collect what we can. Now hopefully I can get a magic skull of some variety here. Either summoning or dark would be great. Horde of iron golems, horde of steel golems. See, there's some good stuff out here. Wand of fire trap. I suppose I could smack these guys around a little bit more with Mark of the Necromancer. I have more skeleton archers, so it should be easier to go without casualties. I really wish I could see both orange heroes. I want to get the stat ups if at all possible. Oh, well, apparently the game can do it for me. Lots of good stuff here. Including logistics. I don't think that's too common of a Necromancer draw, although I don't remember for certain, so I could be wrong about that. Huh. Man, I'm probably going to be screwing myself out of a magic skull like this for a little while, or at least high levels in it. That's okay though, I don't need a high-end magic skull in the next map, so I want to get good skills on him. Yeah, okay, so that's the only one I took in that path so far, other than my starting. And it's hard to make an argument against logistics. Logistics is really good. I'm not going to go up this way, because that's where the patrol was. Oh, well, I might as well. I should have done that first, but I didn't realize. I don't know their exact acquiring range on you, on this. Horde of steel golems. You know, I'm okay with losing 2 zombies. What does pathfinding unlock? Oh, it might not unlock anything for the undead. I'll need to look that up. Sorcery is actually an interesting draw for me. That Crystal of Revelation I need to get somehow, because I don't get a lot of knowledge growth. Yeah, interval between 2 consecutive spell casts is reduced by 10%. For a mage, this is one of the best abilities you can get, so I'm going to take it. Or at least for a pure caster, like I'm probably going to make this guy. Man, where is the other hero? Minotaur. It's a swift journey. That would be pretty handy to have. Okay. Ah, that's where that guy is. How am I on mana? 5 of 10. I have attracted and escaped the attention of my enemy. It's kind of annoying to keep losing 2 zombies. Whatever. I apparently can make 18 of them. Thankfully the game didn't give me plague zombies, so I have zombies all over the place. It's a nice artifact to pick up. Ooh, a pack of Djinn. Well, it's not like I have a choice, I have to fight them, so. Lots of Djinn. Ah, and it's in such a tough spot, too. They be trolling because they know how important knowledge is to my character, also. Frickin' jerks. Yikes. Oh, right. I don't think it really matters what I do. Oh my gosh. Can I do full damage to somebody? Yeah, I can actually. Apparently I do more to these, so... Just gonna slap Mark of the Necromancer on this stack. Just sit tight. Vulnerability on the zombies. Yeah, let's get some more mana. Nasty. Whites are actually pretty useful though, so I'll bring them along. I don't know about attack. And yeah, this is a useful ability to have. Summon the Fallen in his army after combat. So, yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. We don't really have to worry about morale whatsoever. Will he see me if I go here? Probably not. And I might as well pick up this now rather than later. Yeah, I'll grab some more skeletons. I need that hero to move from there. But for now, I'll just explore a bit. Ah, no! No, Charlie. Charlie. Going to Candy Mountain, Charlie. Ah, we can see further. Would have been useful to have that earlier. Ruined tower, guarded by obsidian gargoyles. Ah, great. Although this would be nice to have. Or taking dark magic while we can get it. The first campaign, imagine that. My very first campaign where I actually take dark magic. That's crazy. Please don't spot me. And please don't move. Okay. Now watch me just get my butt handed to me by these guys. That's not too bad. Yeah, we'll take lights. Alright, now hot-footed out of there. Would he see me? Ah, come on. And that's what happens when you lose the map. Okay. Yeah, I dislike that about that map. Because you don't really have any indication of how close is too close. And then once you've moved, you're committed. It's kind of annoying. But I suppose that's why we have autosave. So like here is fine, but there isn't fine, I guess. Now, what about here? Well, At least I might be able to do some rope-a-dope with him. Let's try it. Yeah, because I have Boots of the Swift Journey and Basic Logistics. I might be able to get away with this. Okay, apparently I can easily get away with it. What is up here? Whole lot of nothing. Ultimately, I need to go where he just went. That's the only way to complete the mission, is to go in that direction. But I want to explore a little first. No, I really don't want to fight ranged enemies. Really? That's all that's up here? That's obnoxious. Yeah, unfortunately now I'm going to have to wait for him to cycle back up. When here we were dragged out of miserable existence in this cheerless graveyard, supporting ourselves with the kind peasants' frugal funeral gifts. But now I will put an end to our humiliation, for we, proud liches, will join the glorious army of the Death Lord. Okay. Kinda random. But sure. Oh, I'm so glad I was able to get that. No! No! Don't move then. I should be okay like this. I do need him to go somewhere else, though. Yeah, he always runs back there after he discovers you. Okay. So I think I'll just hang out like here. I don't think the patrols ever go down this path, so we're gonna hit and turn a few times. And then we're gonna try to do a run by. Mostly because that's the only way you win the map.